Hey guys, my name is Yuvraj. Welcome to my channel Technology Zone. I hope all of you are doing absolutely fine. Sorry guys, I couldn't upload videos for the past 1 month since I was very unwell, but from now on your videos will be very regular on your channel Technology Zone. So subscribe if you haven't already. So today in this video, I will be reviewing Samsung Galaxy A52. As you know, I've already covered this device in my channel in the form of unboxing as well as an FAQ video for you guys. For the past 1 month, I've been using this phone and I've very interesting observations regarding this phone. So today in this video, this will be a full in-depth review of Samsung Galaxy A52 where I will be mentioning all the pros and the cons of this mobile. First of all, Samsung Galaxy A52 is available in the market online in Flipkart and Amazon as well as all the Samsung retail outlets at the price of, for the 6GB RAM variant it is 26,499, and for the 8GB and 128GB storage variant it is for 28,000. So let us start this review by talking about the physical aspects. This phone is made, the back of this phone is made up of polycarbonate. This phone comes in 4 colors. This is awesome blue. There are the 3 colors, awesome black, awesome white, awesome gray, and this one is awesome blue. So 4 color options, 2 storage variants, that means 6GB RAM and 128GB storage, whereas 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. Both the RAM variants are LPDDR4X RAM and the storage is UFS 2.1 storage, and out of 128GB by default when you will reboot the phone you will get 104GB of available internal storage. This phone supports one nano SIM card as well as one micro SD or 2 nano SIM cards. The micro SD card support is up to 1 terabyte. So let me talk about the physical aspect of the phone first. This phone, the back of this phone, as I mentioned, is polycarbonate. Samsung has blatantly told that it is made of plastic, so I will suggest to you to use this phone with a cover, otherwise you may notice some sort of cracks or dents. Though my usage is very normal, so I didn't receive any cracks in the back since the past 1 month. I have been using this phone without any cover or without any screen guard because this is a review unit from Samsung, so I have been using this phone in the form Samsung has provided it to me. Now in the front we can see this 6.5-inch Super AMOLED gorgeous panel from Samsung. This is Super AMOLED in resolution, Full HD Plus, that means 2400 into 1080p resolution, 16 million color support, Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection is there, which is very good. And one more important thing, this is a 90Hz refresh rate screen. So right now in this market Samsung was not providing high refresh rate screen, but with Samsung Galaxy A52 Samsung has introduced this 90Hz refresh screen. So you just need to go to the settings option, and once you go to the settings option you find this display, and in this display you just need to toggle this option high. You just have to click this high option. By default obviously it will be in high. Samsung wants us to use this phone in the 90Hz because this gives a very pleasant experience. Now in the bottom of this phone we can find our favorite headphone jack. There is the USB Type-C port and the primary speaker grill. In the bottom, in the top there is the SIM card slots. As I mentioned, 1 hybrid SIM card and 1 memory card as well as 2 hybrid SIM card option, and there is also a secondary microphone option. In the bottom also is a 1 primary microphone option. The best thing about this phone is this phone supports dual stereo speakers. That means the earpiece also act as a speaker in as well as the primary speaker. So let me just show you a sample and you can understand the quality of this speaker. The speaker's quality is very loud. So the bass of the sound is fantastic, and this phone also supports Dolby Atmos both in the form of speaker as well as in the form of wired headphones. So if you have any good quality headphones, you will have a lovely audio experience because Dolby Atmos support is there in this mobile. Now let me talk about another very important aspect of this phone, which is the software. As you know, these days the companies provide a great hardware at a very competitive price, but Samsung doesn't provide because Samsung always gives priority to software. This phone comes right out of the box with One UI 3.1 with Android 11 out of the box from the Google. So as you already know, One UI is a feature-rich skin from Samsung. It has H panel support, Good Lock support, All Z Live, NFC, Samsung Pay, as well as Samsung Secure Folder. All of the goodies from One UI which we see in the flagship phone are there in the Samsung Galaxy A52. But I can see that when I was rebooting the phone, I saw many pre-installed apps which we call in popular term as bloatware, like Moj, like Phone Pay, Facebook, Netflix. I can't say Netflix is a bloatware because we use Netflix, but all the other apps like Josh, I don't think any of us we use these apps. So those are the bloatwares that you will encounter while setting up the phone. Because let me be very frank with you, the things are there. I will mention all the good things as well as the bad things. So I mentioned about the good things of the software. Now this is the bad thing of the software. Samsung Galaxy A52 comes preloaded with a host of bloatwares, but luckily all of them can be uninstallable. One more thing which I noticed in Samsung Galaxy A52, if you log in this device with your Samsung account, you will find ads in the Samsung Weather app. Because when I was just checking the weather, I saw an ad of Snapshot in the Snapchat in the front portion of the weather app. So I will suggest not to use the Samsung login ID in your Samsung Galaxy A52. Of course, if you want to use Samsung specific apps like Samsung Pay, Samsung Calendar, Samsung Notes, you have to use your Samsung ID. But if you don't use those apps, I will advise you not to log in using your Samsung ID. This phone supports full version of Samsung Pay with NFC. That means you can store your debit cards and credit cards virtually in your phone, and you can use them at any POS terminal across our country. And moreover, as I mentioned, NFC support is there, which is a very rare in Samsung phones, in any phone in this budget range. And more of all, Samsung has promised 3 years of major Android version upgrades and 4 years of security patches. So that means this phone right now has Android 11 with April security patch, so it will receive Android 12, Android 13, Android 14. So up to Android 14. That means today is 2021. That means we are expecting updates up to 2023 and security patch updates up to 2024. That means your phone will remain future proof in the coming days to come. Because these are very important. Android world, you know, there are a lot of vulnerabilities in the securities. So if a company continuously keeps updating its phone, that means you can use your phone very securely. Obviously, Samsung has the legendary Knox support, which is a military grade security. Knox 3.7 support is present in Samsung Galaxy A52. Now let me talk about the other important aspects of this phone. I have already mentioned about the multimedia. This phone has dual stereo speaker support, as well as this phone supports Widevine L1 support. This phone has full HD support both in Amazon Prime as well as Netflix, but unfortunately HDR10 support is not there in Netflix. I was just watching some HDR content in Netflix, but I didn't see that HDR logo. However, it supports HDR10 in the YouTube. So if you watch any HDR content in YouTube, you can enjoy the HDR experience. Now all the toggles are typical One UI. All the toggles will be there over here in the top. You can drag also, like if you go to this option edit buttons, over here also you can drag the icons over the top, and you can also remove the icons if you don't want some. And regarding the connectivity, this phone supports Bluetooth 5.0 and dual 4G, dual VoLTE, dual Wi-Fi calling. Right now I am using this phone with Airtel as well as JioSIM. Over here you can see I have activated Wi-Fi calling, and I am enjoying Wi-Fi calling support on both Airtel as well as JioSIM. As I mentioned, this phone is a A series model from Samsung, and as per the track record of Samsung doesn't skip any sensors in the A series model. This phone supports accelerometer, gyroscope, light sensor, compass, barometer, geomagnetic sensor, NFC. All the sensors you name, all the sensors are present in Samsung Galaxy A52. Now another very important aspect of this phone is the processor. In majority of Samsung phones we see Exynos. Like few months ago I had made lot of videos about Samsung Galaxy F62, which was a very popular phone in that price segment. That phone also came with Samsung Galaxy Exynos 9825 processor. But however, I'm very happy to inform you that Samsung Galaxy A52 comes with one of the most stable mid-range processor from Qualcomm, that is 720G. It is a 8nm based processor. It has Adreno 616 GPU for your gaming needs, and you throw any any task, this phone can handle all those tasks very easily. Regarding gaming, I should say, if you have if you want a flagship gaming experience, then this phone is not for you. If you want to enjoy your gaming experience at medium graphics and medium settings, then you will enjoy the gaming experience in this phone. If you want a better gaming experience, then at this price, I will say now there is Xiaomi Mi 11X, which comes with Snapdragon 870, which will give you a much better gaming experience. Realme also has a Realme X7 Pro, which comes with MediaTek Dimensity 1000 plus processor. So those are the processors which handles game much better, means at a much higher graphic rate. So if you are a casual gamer or a medium gamer, then your gaming experience will be very good. And regarding another very important aspect, which is the camera, Samsung has hyped a lot about this camera. Before the camera, I just want to mention one more important feature in Samsung Galaxy A52, which is the IP67 protection, which means this phone can survive dust and water, and you can dip this phone up to 30 meters for about 30 minutes. So Samsung has officially gave this phone IP67 rating. I hardly can imagine any phone in this price with IP67 rating, but this phone comes with that, and rest you be assured that if you drop your phone in the bucket of water for a couple of minutes, or if you just throw your phone in the dust for a couple of minutes, this phone will survive all those changes. So you be rest assured about the warranty will also covered, because Samsung has officially gave this phone a IP67 rating. Now let me talk about this camera. This camera which Samsung has hyped a lot, and I must say this is one of the best camera in this price segment, means under 30,000 rupees price segment. This phone has one of the best camera setup. The primary camera is 64 megapixel with an aperture of f1.8. The ultra wide is 16 megapixel with an aperture of f2.2. The other two are 5 megapixel depth, 5 megapixel macro camera, which has an aperture of f2.4. The 64 megapixel primary camera, by default it will click 16 megapixel. It does pixel binning. However, it has a dedicated 64 megapixel for sharper image. However, I need to mention one thing. This phone supports OIS. There is hardly any phone which supports OIS under 30,000 rupees segment, but I am very happy to inform you that Samsung Galaxy A52 supports OIS in the primary 64 megapixel camera, rear camera. And the photos which I will show you in the later part of the video, means in the end you can find all those photos and all the images which this phone clicks. I have already bookmarked about the various lenses which were used, means which were the primary and which were the ultra wide. So you can find in the later part of the video about the camera samples. Now let me just brief you about the various features of this camera. Right now, if you just click this camera, means this is the camera app, and in the camera app I can see that there are a lot of options like motion, single motion, portrait mode, portrait video mode, single take, hyperlapse, night mode. A lot of samples are there, a lot of camera options are there. And from the primary 64 megapixel camera, you can shoot 4K at 30 fps video, then 1080p both 60 and 30, as well as 720p fps video. And in the ultra wide camera, I'm happy to inform you that the features which are present in the primary 64 megapixel, like single take, like portrait, like your night mode, all of these features are present in the ultra wide 16 megapixel camera. And from that camera also you can shoot 4K at 30, 1080p both 60 and 30, as well as 720 fps video. And regarding the 5 megapixel macro camera, it is one of the best. When I will show you the camera samples, you can find it your own self only that how beautiful the macro images have come out. Now regarding the front camera, this is the 32 megapixel front camera from Samsung. It has an aperture of f2.2 and it also shoots 4K at 30 fps. This is very good. 1080p both 60 and 30, as well as 720p at 30 fps. By default it shoots 12 megapixel. It does pixel binning. However, it has a dedicated 32 megapixel front camera shots for a better image. So these are all the camera features you will find in the camera portion, where all the images I will be showing it to you. Now let me talk about the cons of this mobile. Obviously every phone has some cons. Now let us talk about the cons aspect from the price point of view. At 28,000, I should say Samsung should have provided Snapdragon 750G. I know there is not much difference between 720G and 750G, but 750G is a 5G enabled processor from Qualcomm, and if a person is investing 28,000 in 2021, considering all the pandemic, all the economic scenario, I don't think that person will be buying phone for the next couple of years or 3 years. So if the Samsung has provided this phone A52 5G, which Samsung has launched in other countries with Snapdragon 750G processor at 28,000, that would be a fantastic offering from Samsung. Then the consumer will also have a peace of mind, because he or she can use the phone for the next 3-4 years, because Samsung is already giving assurance of the software upgrades, and if the 5G support would have been there, it would have been an added advantage for this mobile. Now next which I found in this mobile is the back of this phone. At this price, Samsung should have provided a glass build. At least Corning Gorilla Glass 3 would have been great, but polycarbonate simple doesn't make sense. It feels cheap, obviously, though the color, awesome blue color, is very good looking, but it feels cheap. If you just press this phone a bit hard, you can hear some cracking sound. So if this phone would have come with a glass back, I would say it would have been a great offering. And the next is the pricing could have been 2,000 rupees cheaper, I should say. Means 6GB should have started around 25, and the 8GB should have started around 26,500. That would have been great for Samsung buyers. Altogether, I should say Samsung Galaxy A52 is a great phone. You must consider this phone if you want a good mid-range processor from a non-Chinese brand. Of course, that should be the main point, from a non-Chinese brand, because Samsung is a Korean brand, and all of the products of Samsung are being manufactured in the Noida hub in Uttar Pradesh in India. And if you want a good software update track record, keeping in mind the privacy issue of this data breach security issue, so Samsung is one of the best brand which keeps the data of the consumers very secure with their NOC support and with their software integration. So this was the in-depth review of Samsung Galaxy A52. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop down in the comment section below, or you can ask me at Twitter at YourUV, and I will catch you guys very soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey guys, this is video quality.